Right, good morning everybody, how are we all doing? As you can see, I'm on the open top bus. Started a little bit early. I weren't expecting the bus to be on time, to be honest, but it was. Makes a change for something to be on time in Spain. So I'm just going to enjoy the route today and hope you enjoy the views with me, have a chat as we're going round. It's €12 to get on this bus. That lasts for 24 hours. You can get on and off as many times as you want over that 24 hours. I'm not going to get off at all. It's nice and breezy on the top of this bus. So yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the breeze, enjoy the views, have a little chat with you guys as we're going along, and say hello to a few people. Ian, Michael, Neil, Adam, thank you for joining us. We're on the Avenida Mediterraneo at the moment. Spin it round so you can see where we are. Just got Don Pancho in the background there. Yeah, so we're heading up the Avenida Mediterraneo. Look at that sky today, isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful blue sky. It's very hot still though. Hot, hot, hot. It's about 31 I think at the minute. That's the shade temperature. I dread to think what it is if you're sitting in the sun. Who's been on this open top bus? Any of you guys watching been on it? Takes you, I mean, it's a fab way to see a lot of the whole of Benidorm in one go, really, because it takes you right the way down the Poniente end as well. And yeah, €12, 24 hours. Get on and off as many times as you want in that time, which I think is great. But as I said, I'm not going to be getting off anywhere today. I'm having a lazy day. Normally when I do these live streams, I'm walking about and I walk for miles when I do the live streams, but not today. It's far too hot for that. So a bit of a lazy live stream for you. Just hope that the signal holds out. Can you all hear me all right? Let me know in the comments that you can hear me. It's a long time. 6 months with no rain, I suppose. Mark Puddle, for all the years I've been going to Benidorm, never been on it. Must try in September. Yeah, I will say, this is only the second time I've been on this bus. Onto the new part of the Avenida Mediterraneo now. This is the area that they've actually just put under the into the low emission zone, and it's working. There's a lot less traffic, but it's a bit naughty what they've done, really, I'll be honest, because they've sort of used it to lower traffic and restrict traffic, but it's got nothing to do with low emissions. In every other city in Spain that has these low emission zones, if you've got a eco sticker or if you've got a zero emission sticker, you're allowed in. Here you're not. It makes no difference what sticker you have on your car, whether it's a zero emissions car or not. You still can't come in unless you have a certain permit. So yeah, it's a little bit naughty how they've done it. I think they've used this low emissions zone law that's been brought in to basically just restrict traffic, and it is causing a little bit of uproar amongst local people more than anything, and not local people that are local to Benidorm, people that come to Benidorm a lot but live in surrounding areas, because they can't drive through this part now. They can drive to car parks and park there, and it's very confusing as well. There's just so many different ways around it, so many different ways you can get a permit. It's a little bit chaotic, I'm not going to lie, which doesn't surprise me again at all, because that's the way they do things here, and that's part of Spanish life. So yeah, but there is less traffic around here, so it's working. It's having the desired intention, I think. Alison went on the bus once, enjoyed it. The bell didn't work, so we missed our stop and ended up going around twice. Great tan at the end of it, yeah. So yeah, it's a great way to get a suntan. especially with the breeze that you've got going on. It is nice and fresh up here. Andy, the roundabout at the end is the most confusing thing I've ever seen. Which roundabout? The one that we've just gone past? Or the one that we're coming up to? New car ruling. Are you on about the low emission zone, Paula? That I've just been talking about that. The one we're approaching. It's just a roundabout. It's just a roundabout. All of this area. This is a pedestrian priority area now. So all this street and the roundabout at the end is priority to pedestrians. But it's just a normal roundabout, except for that. There you go, there's the big tower. What do you think of the tower? Do you love it or do you hate it? Spin it round so you can see it again in the distance. I hated that tower when it first went up, but you know what, it has really, really grown on me. Especially at night. It looks a little bit weird through the day, but at night, I do like it now. I think it fits with the area with all the different lights. Oh, nearly took the phone off with a tree then. Yeah, I think it fits with the lighting. Paula, yeah, once I get everything clarified from the town hall about the low emission zone, I probably will do a video, but at the moment, even they don't even seem to know what the hell is going on with it, because I'm getting contradicting answers from all sides. The town hall's saying something different to the local police. Yeah, so I don't think it's going to be any time soon when I get a video done, because nobody knows what's going on. There's the town hall in front of me. Park behind is the La Guerra Park. That's we're going up the side of now. We've got a Primavera Park hotel there, and they've got a great rooftop bar up there at the top of the Primavera. We're running up this side of the La Guerra Park now. He loves an open bus tour. I love an open bus tour. Whenever we go on a city break or a short holiday somewhere, we always do an open top bus tour. It's pretty much must see on our list. Benidorm one's a little bit different. It's not you've not got, I mean, Benidorm's not a particularly historical place, so you haven't got these big historical landmarks and stuff like you have in big cities. But there's still some absolutely beautiful sights to see around here. Yeah, I do think this bus should go like up to the cross and up to the Roman fort and things like that, because they are the historical places that you would expect to be on a sightseeing tour, but they miss them ones. This is more of a sort of easier way of getting around. What's your opinion on the new smoking ban? I'm a smoker, but it doesn't bother me if they ban it on terraces. I tend to go out. If I am sat on a terrace, I'll tend to move away from people anyway if I want a cigarette. And I do think they should ban it on beaches. It's not banned on beaches, on Benidorm beaches. Contrary to popular belief, smoking is not banned on Benidorm beaches, and I think it should be. It doesn't. As I say, I'm a smoker, but it doesn't bother me not having a cigarette on the beach. The beach should be for families and kids, and I don't think families and kids should be, even if it is in the open air, you know. So smoking ban doesn't bother me at all. I'd be quite happy to go and stand on the street if I want a cigarette, but it kind of doesn't. I mean, I get why, because if you're on a table and somebody's next to you, they don't want to be breathing your smoke. But if you can literally stand up and stand, like in Spain, a lot of the terraces are in the streets, so you can literally stand up from your table and stand next to the table and have a cigarette instead, which is bonkers. It's not going to change anything, is it? Hills Holidays, how much is the tour? Was €12 they've just charged me. I don't know if that was right. I don't know if I've been a little bit cheeky, because I'm sure it was less than that, but it might have gone up recently. Tracy's coming to Benidorm in 3 weeks, staying at the Ambassador Player. Hope to see you. Yeah, come and see me at fucking Flamingo. You can see me there Friday afternoons and Monday nights hosting the karaoke. So now this area here is called El Cruce, and this bar there, Saltoki, any of you guys been there? That is an incredible bar. On a night it is fantastic. Way out of the tourist zone, so you don't get many tourists coming up here at all. That road there leads you straight down into the old town, and the road that I would imagine we're going to go on now is going to take us down here, down to Poniente Beach. I think that's the way we're going anyway. As I say, I've never been on this. Oh no, we're going through the old town. So we're going into the low emission zone now. There you can see the sign for it. Low emission, ZBE. Yeah, like I say, I've not been on this bus once before, but that was probably 6-7 years ago. So I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just going to sit on and enjoy the ride. Yeah, €12 I just was charged for, so I don't know if he's been a bit naughty and stuck here in his pocket. Because I asked not so long ago, a couple of months ago I asked, and I think it was €11.40 that he said. But I don't know, they might have gone up to summer rates now, peak season, you know. Hi Sheena. We've got a bit of commentary going on now on this bus. I don't know if you can hear it. Talking about the fiestas, which, yeah, November fiestas. This area that we're going through now is absolutely bonkers with peñas. The peñas basically rent out, they rent the locals in this area. They'll rent shops, they'll rent garages, they'll rent, not even necessarily open, they're closed. They'll just take them over for the winter fiestas and use them as a base for their association, for their peña. And these streets around here are absolutely nuts. It's great fun. They're very welcoming as well. If you ever wander through the old town during the fiestas, you will be invited into the peñas. They'll give you drinks, they'll give you food. They just want to see everyone having a good time. Is it a little bit windy? There's the new hotel, Villa España, which I think it should be open now. Is it open? It doesn't look completely finished. If it is, I'll be honest. I'll have to check that out soon, see if that's actually open yet or not. See from this side. Yeah, it's not finished at all. And that was supposed to open in June. So I feel for anybody that booked that. My recommendation, if you are booking a new hotel, don't book it anywhere near to the opening date, because they don't give themselves realistic timelines here. So we're on to the Poniente side now. Parque Elche. There's Refuel, great bar, great terrace. Another good rooftop bar up there, Montemar. If you've been in that one, Montemar Hotel, one of my favourite rooftop bars up there. The views are absolutely stunning up there. Sunset, wow, breathtaking. The weather is great today. It is. It feels like the humidity has dropped a little bit. Yesterday was very sweaty. Last night and the night before was very sweaty, very humid. It does feel like it's dropped a little bit today, but that may well be just because I'm on the bus, which is nice and breezy. Hey! Well, I've got someone waving at me. Give us a wave! Hey! Refuel! Everyone watching. That's good fun, good fun. We've got 175 people watching at the minute, which is fantastic. And look at the sea. Take a look at the sea. Doesn't it look beautiful? I think I may well be getting myself in there for a dip after this tour. Cool off. Refresh. I went for a night swim the other night, and that was absolutely gorgeous. Went round down to the beach. Day off. Went down to the beach at 8:30. Took a picnic. Watched the sunset. Had a swim. And left the beach around 10 o'clock. And it was so nice. The beach is too busy for me at the minute. I will admit I don't like it like it is now. There are some quiet spots still on the beach. You can find the odd spot where there's not as many people, but look at the sea. I mean, it looks like a bowl of cereals, doesn't it, with hula hoops. Not hula hoops, what do you call them? Loopa loops, I can't remember what they call them. You know what I mean, the bowls of cereals. Look at that, it's absolutely packed. Yeah, that is not for me an enjoyable experience on the beach. As you can see, there is some parts of it which are not so busy. But when you get to the actual shore, this end is heaving. As we get towards the end of Poniente, the Cala end, it will quieten off. It will thin out. What a beautiful view on this bus, I tell you, this is incredible. I'm loving it. Hope you're enjoying it as well. Wonky though, aren't we? Struggling to see the messages now as well. Eyes. No steps today, Jenny Lee. No steps. No steps. Was years back when I was renting the cars. Yeah, I wouldn't buy a nice car to drive around Benidorm in. I've got a Clio. She's about 10 years old. She's not a bad looking car, but I wouldn't have bought her new because yeah, they do get battered, the cars here, unfortunately. It's the parking more than anything. It's bumper to bumper, and they actually teach you when you learn to drive here that is fine. Helen passed her driving test here. She was asking, when she was learning to do the reverse parking, she asked her teacher to give her some reference points on the car, and he said just go slow, and when you hit the curb or the car behind, she basically hit, and she was like, no, I can't do that, because she had driving lessons in the UK before she moved here, and obviously they teach you completely different here, but here it is acceptable. I think if you did that on your UK driving test, it'd be an immediate fail, wouldn't it? But here, no, perfectly acceptable. Yeah, the beach is quieting down a little bit now as we get further down the Poniente towards the Cala end. And now we're heading up. Are we? No, we're going round the roundabout. point during the time that you've got allocated. You can either get the 24-hour pass, which I've got, 48 hours or 72 hours. Coming up to the swans now. It's stunning. I love these swans. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. Great photo point. Like sardines is not my idea of fun. See the Bali, it's just been mentioned on the commentary. Nowhere near it yet though, but you can just see it coming into view. Behind this one, which is of course Europe's tallest hotel. I believe it's still Europe's tallest hotel. Maybe not actually now. It's definitely Benidorm's tallest hotel. Was Europe's at one point. I don't know, is it? Does anybody else know? It may well have been overtaken now, Bali. Did you see that the roof collapsed the other day? The entrance to the Bali, the whole roof fell in. Nobody was hurt, thankfully. But I bet it was a very scary moment if you were there. You've got the Delphin here, Delphin Tower, which we went up the top of when it was half built. I don't know if you saw that video, that was during COVID times. Great views from there, and they've now started work on the absolutely humongous block which will be going up next door to that, which will be half hotel, half residential. I think that's something like 50 odd floors, 52 floors. It's going to change the skyline dramatically at this end. So we're now into La Cala Benidorm. A lot of people think that when you say La Cala they associate it with the small bay, and that is La Cala as well, but that's the finished drop end. The whole of La Cala area is split over 3 different districts. You've got the Benidorm part, which is where we are now, that goes up to the headland where the old Roman ruin is. Then you've got the bay where the beach is. The actual beach belongs to Finistrat, and then you've got the other side which belongs to Villa Hyosa. So 3 different councils control the area of La Cala, which can make for some quite confusing rules and regulations. When you get into the bay area, one side's allowed live music, the other side's not. Yeah, it can be quite confusing. But this whole area is La Cala as well. La Cala Benidorm. Loads of luxury new builds going up around here. That's a new one there. It's a new apartment block. There you can see that's the Torre Dorada, the Servi Group Hotel. Just behind the Delphin, which you can see, we're coming up to the back of it now. Yeah, there's the Bali. So when we get past the Bali and head down into we'll be crossing over the district lines. And you can see the back of the Delphin. Say that the Grand Bali is not in Benidorm. It is. It does belong to Benidorm, as does Torre Dorada. Yeah, completely different side of Benidorm, different feel to this area. We actually went to a bar last night, right at the end of Poniente. The Cala one up right at the end, but a fair way down this end. A higher beach house. Had some drinks and a meal there last night. Tell you what, it's an absolute stunning bar. rooftop bar up there as well, but you have to pay for it. You have to pay to get in. I think you get a drink included. I think you get a cocktail included, something like that. But yeah, there's a rooftop bar at Bali. Let's have a look at some more comments if I can see them. I'm struggling with my eyes to see these comments. Is it that windy, guys? Is it? It doesn't feel windy at all up here. I'm surprised that we've got wind noise. I'll try and keep it a bit lower, that might help. Yeah, we'll probably do the Altea route on another live stream, Louise. Can you hear me now? How is the sound now? Trying to cover the mic a little bit. Yeah, trying to cover the mic a little bit for you guys. It doesn't feel that windy up here, but obviously it's going straight into the mic. Yeah, we'll probably do some videos on Villa Hyosa, and we plan to do a lot more out of town videos this year. There's a lot of people doing Benidorm videos now. It's kind of saturated. There's only so much Benidorm videos that you can watch, isn't there? So we plan to do some more out of town stuff, day trips, excursions, and things like that. Is the eco card on a special rate? Yeah, I have no idea what the eco card is. What's the eco? Is that for the buses? I don't really use the buses, I'm going to be completely honest. Very, very rarely use Benidorm buses. Lara, you can hear me now. Yeah, we've stopped, but I will try and keep the mic covered. That's a great bar, by the way, down there. If you want a cheap meal, fantastic restaurant, Menu del Dia, very good value. And we're heading into the bay now. So this part is Finistrat. This is classed as Finistrat as we're going down now.
Nos aproximamos a otro bello paraje de nuestra zona, la Cala de Finestrat. Esta playa es el punto de celebración de la noche de San Juan, el 23 de julio. En ella se concentran miles de personas que a la luz de las hogueras...
Alan Smithy, I just watched this channel from Benidorm. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to stop doing videos in Benidorm, but I think it is there's just so many videos about Benidorm going on every single day now. We have to try and do something a bit different to keep people interested. Because views and keep it interesting for us, you know. The views are dropping because there's too much Benidorm content on, and it's getting boring for us seeing the same things. So we have to do things that we enjoy doing as well. We're not going to just chase views. I mean, I know that if we just walked up and down the strip and filmed people drinking and getting drunk every day, we'd get massive views, but that's not enjoyable for us. Now and again it's good fun, but it's definitely not what I intended to do from the start of doing the Benidorm Enthusiast. I wanted to show that there is more to Benidorm than just bars and just drinking. So yeah, let other people do the drunken stuff for a while. And if they get the views, then that's fine. You have to find a balance with YouTube. If you chase the views all the time and just do what you think people are interested in, you stop enjoying it a little bit, and it becomes like a job, and I don't want this to become a job because it's still a hobby for me. Yeah, I love doing the snorkel videos, the videos in the sea. I love making those videos, so I will make more of them videos. They don't do very well with views, but it doesn't matter. It's not all about the views, it's about keeping the content varied and just showing that there is more to Benidorm than what everyone else is filming, basically. Jeanette, I'm not interested in seeing, I like to see the real Benidorm, and I wish everybody thought like you, Jeanette. I do. But yeah, we notice when we do something that's not bar related and not booze related, we know it's not going to do as well as a bar related or a booze related video. We know that, but that's not going to stop us doing it. We just keep doing what we do and let everyone else get on with what they do. Yeah, Mark, absolutely. It is nice to show other places on the outskirts of Benidorm as well. There are a lot of fantastic day trips you can do from Benidorm. The tram, we're going to be doing some tram videos soon, showing you different stops along the coast that you can get off at on the tram now that it's fully functioning. There's no disruption on the line at the minute from Benidorm to Alicante, so we're going to be doing some videos on the tram as well. Oh, Sheila's homesick watching this. Oh, the abandoned hotel. Well, I'll show you that in just a second. Joseph Malone, good idea to mix it up. Yeah, it's good to mix it up a bit, of course it is. A market today, yes, but not around here, the market. Today's market is over the Levante side where we came from. Levante Pueblo Market, near the Pueblo Hotel. That's on Sundays and Wednesdays. There is a market down here in La Cala Bay, Saturdays and Tuesdays, I believe, and that's somewhere over that side. Life with Shelley. How long have you been live? We've been live about half an hour. We started a little bit earlier than we scheduled because the bus was on time, which I wasn't expecting. Jenny Lee, I've been enjoying everything that you do. The Spooky Tunnel was great. The Spooky Tunnel, I believe it or not, I actually did enjoy doing that. It was a bit of fun, a bit of adrenaline. Same as sneaking into that abandoned nightclub the other day as well. That was good fun for me, as much as I did chip myself basically. When we heard a noise, I did enjoy doing it. Gets the blood pumping. So that's the hotel that we just mentioned. That's been there, standing there like that for about 20 years. So what I believe happened with that was that the building went above the initial height that had been permitted. It went a few floors higher than they'd got the planning permission for, and so the council said, stop what you're doing, take the top floors off. And the builder, the owner of the project, the owner of the developer said, no, I want it that height. If you don't let me keep it this height, I will just walk away from it, and that's the way it will stay. And that is basically what happened. Stubbornness from both sides. And it's been an eyesore right on the beachfront in La Cala Bay for 20 years. Will it ever get resolved? Who knows? So that side over there, that's the Villa Hyosa side.
Atención, señores pasajeros. Nos aproximamos a la parada 15, Avenida
La Cala beach here is non-smoking. This is a non-smoking beach as opposed to Benidorm's, which are not non-smoking as it stands. Finistrat has brought the smoking restriction in on the beach here. I'm sure it will happen in Benidorm at some point. I'm sure they will ban smoking on the beach. When? Who knows, but I don't think it'll be too long, to be honest. James, start you are the original and still the best Benidorm YouTuber. Ah, thank you, James. Appreciate that. Heading back out of the bay now. Lara, the abandoned shopping centre was a good one. Yeah, I enjoyed that. See, I enjoy telling people things about Benidorm. I mean, things like that. I learn a lot myself researching it to make sure I've got facts and figures like that for you guys, and that keeps it interesting for me as well, rather than just sort of wandering up and down. As I say, I know if we just walked up and down the strip, like a lot of them do, showing people getting drunk, then we'd get much better views. But it's not really what I'm all about. We do it now and again, and we will continue to do it now and again. But now and again is about it. Sheila, great Chinese restaurant there. Which one, Sheila? Because I have to say I am yet to find a great Chinese restaurant in this area. There's lots of okay Chineses, but most of the food to me just tastes the same. Hi Joe, we love your channel. We're flying out there in 2 weeks and your videos have given us a really good orientation around Benidorm. That's what it's all about. Great to hear. Jenny Lee will be the drunk person in a week. Yeah, you're going to definitely be on a video, whether it's on a YouTube video or on a Funky Flamingo karaoke video. There's loads of great little bars and restaurants and cafes down here. It's a lovely little area. And again, we will do a video on La Cala soon as well. Spanish authorities keep saying there is a lack of housing, but then you see abandoned buildings. Very true. When we've done videos on the other channel that I have, by the way, if you've not seen our other channel, get over on that, Where To Next, showing our travels away from Benidorm. But when we've done travelling around different parts of Spain, almost every coastal town that you go to, there are unfinished abandoned buildings, and that's most of them come from when the financial crisis hit. They overbuilt and then they run out of money and everyone stopped buying and places just got left. But I would imagine to pick up where they left off with these buildings will probably cost more to get them past the current regulations than it would to start building something completely new, if that makes sense. Also, to demolish them costs a lot of money. And there's a lot of sort of battles going on as to who actually still owns these buildings. They're like that hotel there, the developer, it's still his building. It's not finished, but it's still his, and he doesn't care. He's minted. He's a billionaire, so he doesn't care that it's a blot on the landscape. He doesn't care that he's not making any money from it. It's stubbornness, and you see that a lot over here. Empty locales because they won't put the rent down. A lot of apartments. When there was more long-term housing, you would still see them sitting empty because they weren't getting the price that they were asking. They wouldn't budge on it. They wouldn't drop it by 50 euros to get it filled. They would rather just have it empty. Very strange mentality for a lot of property owners and things like that.
Nous atteignons notre prochaine destination. Arrêt Grand Hôtel Bali.
Got the sun in my eyes now, so I'm struggling to see the comments. How bad is the squatting situation on the Costa Blanca? I'm not really sure, to be honest. I don't hear much about it in this area in particular. I've got a friend, well, my neighbour that lives on the same floor as me, that's got a house up the coast towards Valencia, and she had a problem with squatters. You don't hear too many stories about it in this area in particular, in Benidorm in particular anyway. You've got all the big near the market that are all squatted in. They've been squatted in for years and years and years and years and years. Behind those abandoned hotels where we did that video, it's where all the P-men and that live. But apartment wise, you don't hear much of it, thankfully. Martin is here on Tuesday lunchtime. Yeah, I'll see you at some point when you're here, Martin, definitely. There's the Bali, going around the back of it now. $283 of you watching. Give us a thumbs up, guys. Hit that thumbs up button if you are watching and you're enjoying the stream. Scotty, saw you in Cafe Macho a couple of weeks ago. Great. Yes, I love that cafe. Fabulous little cafe, Cafe Macho. And that breakfast that they made me, the Colombian, I can't even remember what it was. It was like a patty, pancake patty. I can't remember what it was called, but it was delicious. Cheese in. That was gorgeous. Yeah, Paula, I have to agree with that. There is very much a sort of social divide here. People that have got the money, they want to keep it. They want to keep it, and as is happening in a lot of countries, they really get richer and they want to get poorer. You can't afford to live in the places that you work. There's a serious problem, and that is happening here. The rents are absolutely crazy for long-term rentals, and there just isn't any of them. It's very, very difficult to find long-term. You'll see now, this is where it opened. This was the Delphin Hotel. Very sad to see that as it is now. That is actually heartbreaking to see that. That was one of the hotels back in the day when Benidorm first started tourism in the 60s and 70s. This was the place to stay. It was top-notch luxury hotel, but they've ripped it down to make way for a massive 50, I think it's 52, something like that, story combination. Hotel and residential area, and it's gonna be right next to the Delphin Tower. It'll actually make the Delphin Tower look dwarfed in comparison. Very sad to see that. KJ, what's the chance of you doing the big shopping centre? Do you mean the Marina? La Marina? We've done that before, but during COVID. Probably will do it again at some point, yeah. They don't like you filming inside though. That was one issue I remember we had. We had to get permission from the people, and it was a bit awkward. Oh, Sean's online. Hi Sean, doing the Poniente walkies early tomorrow with the poochies. So can you hide a 4 token by 7 AM? That's early. That is early, Sean. I'll see what I can do. I might bring the dogs for a walk down here tonight and stash one for you. I'll see how the dogs are today. They're suffering. My dogs are suffering with the heat at the minute. They get a long walk like you do. Long walk in the morning, long walk at night, and I just have to try and again give them pee breaks for during the day. Beautiful views. Philip, is that Philip? Philip. I've got the sun right in my eyes now. I'm really struggling to see. Do you know I got told off the other day for wearing sunglasses on a video? Somebody was offended that I wore sunglasses. Apparently it was disrespectful to the viewers. It's a new one to me, that. So I apologise if it offends you that I'm wearing sunglasses, but it's sunny, so they're staying on. I've lost a comment that I saw a comment that and I've lost it. Sorry. Yeah, La Marina. Yeah, we have a look. If you search shopping centre Benidorm, La Marina, you will see the video that we've done already up there, but we probably will do another one at some point. Will I be doing any Benidorm FC match vlogs? Possibly. Yeah, I'm a big football fan, you know that. I do a lot of more stuff on our other socials when I'm at the matches on Facebook and Instagram. When I go to the matches, I like to put stuff on there. So keep an eye on our other socials. Do I remember Bar Vimy? I don't remember Bar Vimy. Martin Williams, it's a pity he wasn't last Sunday. I could have waved at you as you passed our apartment. Do you stay down here on Poniente, do you? Yeah, protect my eyes, wear sunglasses. I couldn't believe that it was a really, really massive rant that I put on about it as well. I was quite shocked. Yeah, I mean, I do like to, when we're making our normal videos, I do try my best to take my glasses off and look the camera in the eye, but as I'm getting older, my eyes are getting sorer with the sun, and I get hay fever, so it keeps pulling out my eyes. I get bad sinuses with when we get the Cala dust, Sahara dust in the air that we get a lot. So yeah, I am going to keep my sunglasses on. Bilbao, can you put a full face visor on, please? Yeah, what about wearing my snorkel? Should I wear my snorkel on the videos, just on a normal video? That'd be quite fun to see how he reacted, wouldn't it? Some strange people. Yeah, the football last night, the Lionesses. I didn't watch the game because we was out filming at the new bar, but I was keeping an eye on the score and it didn't look great. And Helen, my missus, she said it was a terrible performance. The women's Euros, England first match last night. I hope they can turn it around. They've had a lot of disruption. A lot of players saying that pulling out at the last minute. I don't know what's going on in the dressing room. Something it doesn't sit right to me. But let's just hope that they can do the nation proud again. Turning right rather than going straight on, because we've already been down there. Yes, we are. We're turning right, so we're going up to the back, probably going behind the Intempo, I would imagine now. So that's the Intempo, Benidorm's tallest building overall. Also another building we've done a video of just when they were finishing it, which took 15 years to finish that one. Another one that had problems when the financial crisis hit. The developers run out of money, building work stopped, it was left abandoned for a good few years. Then someone else came in, did a bit more, then they run out of money, and then most recently, about 4 years ago, maybe a bit longer. Somebody else actually came in and finished it finally. What do you think of the Intempo? Do you like it or do you hate it? It is a very much a Marmite kind of building. You love it or you hate it. We'll see it closer when we get around the corner. Stephen Bradley, hopefully see you next Monday and do a TikTok. I'm not a big fan of TikTok. I hate TikTok if I'm quite honest. I try and do it. I do put stuff on my TikTok, but it's not my favourite platform at all. But I don't mind doing something with you. No probs. So there's the Intempo. There's a lot more new luxury builds going up around here as well. This one in front of me right now is new. There's another one just going up in front of that. You've got the Sunset Cliffs there. These ones are called Sunset Waves, the blue ones. A lot of development going on around here. And none of these buildings going up are affordable housing for local people at all. You're talking hundreds of thousands of euros. They're not interested in building things for your average Joe. They're interested in attracting people with big money. Yeah, for any one of these apartments around here now, you're looking at 250,000 starting point. It's crazy money. Beautiful apartments, but not accessible to normal people in any way, shape or form. Whether these restrictions on tourist licenses will now bring the prices down of these, we'll soon see. They may well stop buildings like that allowing tourist rentals, which is why a lot of people buy them. They buy them to rent them out and rent them out for holidays, investment properties, and that just drives the price of long-term rentals up and property in general up. So whether the ban on tourist licenses that they're bringing in now will stop that, I'm not sure it will. I'm not sure it'll have a massive effect. It certainly won't bring prices down. It might slow the growth, but it won't bring the prices down. I can't see it. COVID didn't stop the prices going up. Brexit didn't stop the prices growing up. In fact, prices went up even more when Brexit happened, because a lot of Europeans just swooped in thinking they were getting a bargain, thinking that Brits had sort of abandoned and had to go back, which wasn't the case. And they just swooped in and bought everything up, did it up, and it's 50 grand more now. You'd be very lucky to find any property in Benidorm under 100,000 now. Even a studio wreck that needs completely gutting from top to bottom, you'd be lucky to find for less than 100 grand. Robert, can you do the boat trip Benidorm to Calpe again and show people how to climb the big rock? Yes, I will do that at one point again, but not in summer. Not in summer, no. I don't know if you've really got time to do it on the boat trip either. if you want to take it steady and get up to the top, you need a full day. So yeah, maybe not such a good idea to combine it with the boat trip, because you'd probably, if you were going to climb up to the top of the Ifad, you would need a more than the time you've got with the boat trip. You'd miss the boat back basically.
Atención, señores pasajeros. Nos aproximamos a la parada 17.
Yeah, it's nice and breezy, but I understand we're suffering with the sound a little bit. I'm trying my best to keep the mic covered. If we get to windy bits, I'll just shut up.
Avenida Jaime I.
Warren likes my glasses, thank you very much, Warren. So these glasses I got from Zalando.es, and I actually got 4 pairs which were very, very similar, and they were about €11 each, and they're very nice lenses, they're very clear. Yeah, I love these sunglasses, very cheap, €11, €12, something like that, from Zalando.es. There's Poniente Park. Beautiful park. We've done a video there as well, and up the top of there is where you'll find the old town market. Normally, at the moment, they've moved the old town market to by the bullring, because they've got all the festivals going on over summer up there. You've got the Reggaeton Beach Festival this weekend, 2-day music festival, and then towards the end of the month we've got the Low Festival, that's the biggest festival, music festival of the year, and that takes place up there. Last night when we were driving back from Cala, come past here about 1 o'clock, and there was literally thousands and thousands of youngsters just coming, making their way back from the festival, all in beach gear, just looking very ragged, like they'd been partying hard for a good few hours. It was great to see. There was no bother that I saw, just watching a lot of people coming back from having a fantastic night at the Reggaeton Beach Festival. The twisted sock, all you need is a nice big muff. Yeah, I'm saying it, I'm no commenting on that. We have a nice little fluffy muff. Rob, passing by my flat, had it since the 90s. I bet your flat's gone up some dosh if you've had it since the 90s. Wow. So we're going up Jaime I now. This is the main street which sort of separates the old town from the Poniente side. That road up there is where you'll find the tram station. We were talking about the tram earlier. You can get to Alicante. These buildings here, in between there, that's where you will find some of the cheapest properties going. Up there and in this block here. But it's rough. Pretty rough, pretty dangerous in those apartments. There is a lot of squatters in them, and a lot of let's say unsavoury characters living around there. But even those properties now in that's called Claymont Fiesta, even those properties now are around 100 grand, and you're living in squalor basically. Very rough, very dodgy. I wouldn't recommend even looking to buy properties in any of those. next one there. And that one there. It used to be great back in the sort of 90s. In the 90s, that was one of the places to live. But over the years, it's just gone down and down. And yeah, it's pretty rough. There's a lot of dodgy people living in there. You wouldn't know it if you walk around the streets around there. It's not like you feel unsafe or anything like that. But when you go into the actual buildings, you can see from the outside, really, just the state of how it's kept or not kept. That might make an interesting video around that area at some point. There's Arsland. 20k in the 90s and just under 200k Rob. Wow, that is incredible. Yeah, if I'd have had any sense about me when I first moved here in the early 2000s, I should have got myself on the property ladder back then, because they were giving out 100% mortgages left, right and centre, and it was very, very cheap compared to now. But I was just more interested in going out and blowing my wages every night, getting drunk, and that was what I was here for. And I had a great time doing that as well. I don't regret it for a second. The bus was €12 for it, but that's for 24 hours. It's not just for one. Sometimes I know the word in Spanish, but I can't think of it in English. Vuelta. What's a vuelta? Una vuelta. A circular route. There is a word for it in English, I'm sure there is. But yeah, it's €12 during the summer months. It might be a bit... Who's waving at me? Benidorm Scooter Sue. Oh, was you waving at me? I don't know where you are, have I passed you? Oh, and you found my 4 Jacks token. Did you go and get your drink? Circuit. Yes, circuit. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. €12, not just for one circuit. You can get on and off as many times as you want, and for 24 hours for €12. And the other one, there is two of these buses. This one is just Benidorm and Cala, and the other one does Altea, which I'm sure we'll do on another live stream if you've enjoyed this and if it's been successful, which it has so far. 343 people watching at the moment. Give us a thumbs up, guys, if you're watching. Hit that thumbs up button. Tad from Castlewood's 60th birthday today. I will call in and see him on my way home this afternoon. He's having a big birthday bash at the Why Not. 60. He doesn't look 60. He's a bit knackered now with his leg, which he broke in Thailand, and had a terrible... They operated on him in Thailand and did a terrible job of it, basically, and messed his leg up completely. But aside from that, he doesn't look 60, I don't think. Mediterranean lifestyle has not done him too bad. Jenny Lee wants an easy location for the token game. Well, I don't know, what's easy for you? Well, the seat that you're sitting on, probably. In the bar that you're in. We'll figure it out, don't worry. Good morning from the Algarve. I can't see the name on that, but good morning to you in the Algarve. How's the weather where you are? It's beautiful here today, 31, 32 at the minute, and lovely blue skies. A little bit less humid today as well, which is nice, although that might be just because I'm on this bus feeling the breeze. Jenny Lee, in my hand, yeah, that would be easy. You'd have to do some studying, Jenny Lee, and get clued up on Benidorm, and I'll quiz you, and if you get 5 questions right, you win the token. How about that? That could be fun. And if you don't get 5 right, we'll just keep going until you do. at the top of the Europa now. So this is the other main road into Benidorm. This brings you from the motorway up there down into the heart of Levante. This splits the new town area from the centro and the old town. A lot of people think this is the dividing point for new town and old town. It's not. This is, you've got the new town over that side, and over this side you've got the old town, but before the old town you've got another area really called Centro. The old town doesn't really start until you get to that big tower at the Plaza Triangular, and this middle section of the side is it's a real up and coming area now. It's really boomed over the last few years. Midtown, some people are calling it Midtown because it is in between old town and new town. I've sort of always known it as Centro. You've got the Benidorm Centro Hotel and you've got Madeira Centro Hotel, and in between those two areas it's kind of always been known to me as Centro. I suppose Midtown is more sort of understandable for the British tourists because it's in the middle of old and new. Culture Centre. Looking unfinished still, 20 years later. They have finished part of it. Phase 1 was completed, and there is an auditorium in there and a dance studio on one side. The rest of it probably going to be another 20 years before that gets finished. And that's not down to the local council, that's down to the Valencian government. They were in charge of that project. Alan Smithy used to be able to think in French, gets confusion in a Yorkshire accent. Yeah, sometimes, I don't know, I just think of words in Spanish and before English, which is kind of strange. But there, it happens. I don't remember Europa Fair, no, I think that was a bit before my time. The Europa Fair, what year was that? Because I think it was either 2001 or 2002 when I first came here. And I was 6, must have been 2002? 2001, I don't know. Those years were all very, very blurry for me when I first came here. I was 16, just left school, and I decided, yeah, this will do. I did go back to the UK and I did my college, which I'd promised I was going to do. I got very good grades at school, I got very good grades at college, but I ditched uni off. I got accepted to a good few good unis, but I decided to come here on a gap year instead, and that was 20 odd years ago. So my gap year stretched a little longer, and it's going to keep stretching. I ain't going to uni now. I think I've learnt a lot more at the University of Life in Benidorm than I ever would have at uni, to be honest. Definitely learnt a lot more about people. So we're back onto the Levante side now on the Avenida Mediterraneo, heading back to where we started from. How long have we been on? An hour 10 minutes. So by the time we get to the end, probably an hour 20. That's the full bus route, circular route, circuit, well done. Ah, Sheila, I was only born in the 80s. Come on, I know Benidorm's aged me, but come on. Give me a break. Hello, Shed End from London. Not been to Benidorm in 20 years. Yeah, it's changed a lot in 20 years. Jenny Lee, we are the same age. Oh, yeah. Sheila, you need to get back here and get on the bus. Come and do the bus route with me. I've enjoyed this. It's been a lovely, lovely ride. It has. It's been very relaxing. Nice chatting to you guys. Just taking in the sights, bit of breeze, nice temperature. I would definitely recommend this, especially if you've got a bit more time and you want to see other areas. Yeah, go down to the Cala, have a couple of hours there, get back on, get off at the Poniente end, have a couple of hours there. When we were sitting at the bar last night at the end of Poniente, the bus was still going round at like 11 o'clock at night, so it runs late. So if you've got the 24-hour pass, you can make good use of this. The bottom of the square. What do you think of the square? I have to say, I went shocking. I was shocked at how filthy that is right now. The square. From when they've done it out, it's a disaster. That new pavement that they put on it, they painted, absolute disaster. I might do a video on that as well, actually, because it needs sorting. It's disgusting. It looked so much better when it was how it was before they dug it all up and resurfaced it. Avenida Mediterraneo, there's the Arcos and Presidente Hotel up there, Venus up there, and Pueblo as well. Don Pancho here. Toilet Street, someone's just gone to square. Yeah, it smells like toilet, it does. It's gone for a minute. Definitely need to clean things up around there. So I'm going to get off this bus where I got off, which is outside Burger King in the Rincon. That's the Ruidor Hotel. Anyone stayed there? That's a lovely little hotel. And Bel Burrito, has anyone tried the food in there? That's a great place for food, by the way, if you're in this area. Oh, I just got hit in the head with a leaf. Thomas Williams Express, enjoy the tour bus 30 and 31. Oh yeah, the important thing to tell people, this is route 30. There is the 31 which does Altea, which I'm sure we will do, probably on another live video. Say if this was successful. Hit the thumbs up if you've enjoyed this live, guys. 327 of you online now. Hit the thumbs up. And I'm going to make my way downstairs. Yeah, I'm going to just carry on a little bit further as I get down. As I get off, I'll take you for a little look at the Rincon end of Levante Beach. I know you all like to see the bit of the beach down in Sen. I will say I've got a bit of a sweaty bum getting off this bus, sitting there for an hour 20 minutes. So this is where I got on this morning, straight opposite Burger King, the Rincon end, right next door to Cafe Roman, that sort of area. This is the bus stop, because I didn't show you this morning where we got on. So that's where you can get on the bus, right next to Burger King. €12 for that, which was thoroughly enjoyable for me. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. As I said, let's go have a little look at the Levante Beach. Let's carry on the live for a bit longer. Let's go see. It's very, very busy down this end. Very busy. It's a sea of umbrellas. It was this morning when I came down here at 10:30. It was packed. Sunday, of course, is the busiest day for the beach when all the Spanish come out and spend the day on the beach. Lots of different nationalities arriving now as well. We've got Portuguese. The Portuguese are loving Benidorm right now. After the Brits, we've got Spanish, which is the majority in July and August. Second is the Brits, and third is the Portuguese. Portuguese are loving Benidorm. That's increased massively over the last few years. In the summer months it used to be more French and Italians, but Portuguese are big fans of Benidorm and they keep coming back. So there we go. Let's walk to the end here, and I'll finish off when we get to the end of the nice bit. Spin you around and you have a look at the beach bars here. Stag and Pheasant. Nice spot, especially if you want a bit of shade in the morning. It will be in the sun later on. And the wild duck. I love the wild duck. I love this wild duck, the beach one. I'm not too keen on the one on the strip. I'm not too keen on anywhere on the strip anymore, to be honest. The end where I do the karaoke is not too bad. It's less wild. But this end, Morgan's End, is it's wild. Have a look at that. Busy, 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 busy. Happy Sunday from sunny Benidorm. Yeah, 280 odd. We lost a few people when we lost connection on the bus. There's 285 people on a live stream. It is incredible. It's unbelievable. Thank you very, very much to everybody that's jumped on this live and joined us and commented. And yeah, hope you all have a great weekend. And I will see you all soon. We've got some good videos coming up. We've got the bar that we did last night, the new beach bar, the higher beach house. We've got one about different transport options from the airport, which I'm sure you'll find interesting. We've got tram ones coming up. Like I say, we're trying to do some different things. We will do the strip at some point as well. We will cover those typical areas. We will try and keep it as interesting for all you guys. So please keep watching. Subscribe. Give us a thumbs up for this live. And I'll see you all soon.